Fit in 10, it is day 31 of the challenge, and I sent off your numbers today. You should have them by now. Make sure you check your junk mail and your spam. If you didn't get your numbers in your regular inbox. Feedback, make sure you send me your feedback. I should probably put it into Slack. www.trainonmain.com/fit in 10 check-in. All one word, fit in 10 check-in. Okay, all right, let's get to more of your questions here. Somebody mentioned that they are doing some extra exercise, and they're wondering if that is okay on top of the 3 cardio sessions and the 3 weight training sessions. Really, to be honest with you, with what you're doing for the challenge, I think that's enough. The question is how intense is the other exercise that you're doing. So if it was pretty intense, if it was pretty exhausting, I would probably say try to minimize it, because you're already doing a fair amount of high intensity. Your cardio is high intensity, and your weights are they're strenuous. By now you're pushing to failure on many different exercises multiple times per week. So I would be weary of that. Now, if you want to do some extra exercise, just do some extra NEAT, so non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So just get out and go for walks or hikes. So maybe it's not the best weather to hike in, but lower intensity stuff where you're burning energy, but you're not. It's not really exhausting you. Okay. So that's what I'd recommend. All right. The best way to burn off an extra, even just like 200 calories a day, just going for like a half an hour, 40-minute walk. Okay. It can even be a brisk walk. All right. Rest days. How important are rest days? They are, they're really important. Okay, unless you have, well, we might as well talk for the sake of the challenge. So, for the sake of the challenge and trying to build some balance, right? This is supposed to be balanced. That is, it's not meant to be extreme in any sort of way. Rest days are really, really important. Okay, they're important primarily for 2 reasons. Okay, one, you give your nervous system a break. That's you can think of it as your brain and all the peripheral nerves that run through your body, in addition to your adrenal system. Okay, so you're giving that a rest, and you're also giving your muscular skeletal system a break as well. Okay, so you're letting physically the muscles need to recover, but also what drives the muscles to contract, you need to rest that aspect. And that's your central and peripheral nervous system. Okay, both of those things need rest. Okay, your nervous system takes a beating when you're working to exhaustion. Okay, your nervous system takes a beating when you're doing your intervals, and your nervous system takes a beating when you're really exerting force, a lot of force in a short period of time. Okay, so like I said, your intervals and when you're training with those maximal sets. All right, now if you don't take those rest days, what's the problem? Well, your performance will go down. Okay, that's ultimately what's going to happen. You will, and everybody's going to be a little bit different, and obviously we have to look at the other aspects of your life, like, your sleep quality, your nutrition, which hopefully by now your nutrition is on point in terms of getting all of that food in. But even, you could even look at your micronutrients, which we don't measure in this challenge, and other aspects of your life. Okay, like stress and stuff like that will affect your recovery. So this is really, really important when it comes to your performance in the gym. You can't always just train. You can't train. More is not better. Okay, there's a happy medium. You need to stimulate and then rest, and then stimulate and then rest. Okay. In terms of injury, Is there a higher rate of injury if you train more? Yes, there's going to be higher rate of injury because, things are going to be more susceptible to being injured because they are just not as recovered. Okay, so recovery, and this goes for your nervous system as well. It's not just your muscles, right? So when you are in a state of higher exhaustion, there's going to be a greater chance of injury. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right. Okay, one more question here. Heart rates between intervals. Okay, somebody mentioned their heart rate is going up between intervals, and it's probably not really going up. It's probably what's happening is you're finishing your interval, and your body is still sort of almost catching up after that point. So yeah, your heart rate's probably still going to climb right when you finish that interval, because you're still, you've still put a huge demand on the body for at least a next couple seconds after that interval. So you might see it climb up. There also might be a lag a little bit in your heart rate monitor. Okay, so it may be spitting out your heart rate when it's it's spitting out whatever your heart rate is from whatever 3 seconds ago or 4 seconds ago or something like that. Okay. But it's not uncommon, okay, especially when you're working super hard on those intervals. It's not uncommon for your heart rate to still climb a couple seconds after your interval, okay? All right, message of the day. Message of the day is this: no matter how you feel, get up, dress up, show up, and most importantly, what? Never give up, right? So no matter how you feel, get up, dress up, show up, and most importantly, never give up. I don't know if you guys have ever encountered this, but even just little things in my life, sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to, it can be something just so minor, like go to the store or something, right? Like I don't want to leave the house to go to the store or something. But, but once you do it, you get out and you get going, you feel much better, all right? So, again, this challenge is not based on how you feel. It's based on just execution, right? So I know there's going to be times where you don't feel like doing stuff, and hopefully hopefully you're not feeling like giving up. But the point is to just, try to ignore the way that you feel when it comes to this type of thing, and then just execute. I think you will feel much better after you execute the tasks that you have to do. Okay, and that includes food prep and doing all the exercise, etc., right? Okay, and your accountability, sending in your form to me, all right? Okay, that's it. Positive energy, positive vibes, believe in yourself, and for the love of humanity, believe in yourself, and I will talk to you guys all very soon. Day 31 wrap-up, approaching day 35, the halfway point. This challenge flies by. Remember that, take advantage of each day, and make the most of it. I'll talk to you guys all very soon. See ya.